Stefan had been alive for centuries, carrying the heavy secret of being a vampire. He had seen many things in his long life, but everything changed the day he met Elena. Elena was a regular human girl, sweet, kind, and full of life. Her warmth drew Stefan to her, something he hadn't felt in a long time. They became friends, and before long, Elena found herself falling in love with him. One evening, after weeks of spending time together, Elena couldn't hold back her feelings any longer. She looked into Stefan's eyes and said, "I love you." Stefan's heart ached at her words. He wanted to love her back, but he knew he couldn't. "I'm sorry, Elena," he said softly, his voice full of pain. "I can't." Confused and hurt, Elena didn't understand why. Why was he pushing her away when she felt so sure they were meant to be together? Stefan disappeared from her life, trying to keep his distance, but he couldn't stop watching her from afar. He needed to know she was safe, even if it tore him apart inside. As days passed, Elena sensed something was off about Stefan. He wasn't like anyone she had ever known. Strange things started happening around him. He was faster than any human should be, and there was something different in his eyes when he thought no one was looking. Determined to find out the truth, Elena began to follow him. She watched him closely, her heart pounding with fear and curiosity. One night, she saw something that shattered her world. Stefan, in the middle of the woods, transformed. His eyes glowed red, and sharp fangs flashed in the moonlight. The truth hit her hard. Stefan was not human. Shocked, Elena confronted him, demanding answers. Stefan couldn't lie to her anymore. He revealed his secret. He was a vampire, and he had lived like this for centuries. Elena couldn't believe it. She had fallen in love with a creature from stories and nightmares. But there was more. Stefan told her he had been protecting her from a great danger. Klaus, an ancient and powerful vampire, was hunting her. Klaus wasn't just any vampire. He was one of the first ever created, cursed to never fully turn into the werewolf he was born to be. "You are the key, Elena," Stefan said, his voice filled with sorrow. "Your blood can break the curse. If Klaus sacrifices you, he will become a hybrid, half vampire, half werewolf. I've been trying to keep you safe." Elena was terrified, but despite everything, her feelings for Stefan hadn't changed. "I don't care what you are," she said, her voice trembling but sure. "I love you." Stefan was torn. He wanted to be with her more than anything, but he knew the dangers. Still, he promised to protect her from Klaus, no matter what. But Stefan had been hiding something deeper. As the full moon neared, Stefan became more distant. He seemed different, colder, harder. On the night of the full moon, everything came crashing down. Stefan kidnapped Elena and brought her to a hidden place, away from everyone. His face was cold, no longer the kind man she knew. "I'm not who you think I am," Stefan said, his voice now filled with an eerie calm. "I am Klaus." Elena's heart sank. The man she trusted, the man she loved, had been lying to her all along. Klaus had pretended to be Stefan to get close to her, to make her trust him. He needed her for his plan, to break the curse and become the strongest creature alive. But something had changed. Klaus hadn't planned on falling in love with Elena. Now, standing over her, ready to finish what he had started, he hesitated. "I should kill you," Klaus whispered, his voice trembling with emotion. "But I can't. You've made me feel something I haven't felt in centuries, something real." Elena, with tears in her eyes, couldn't believe what was happening. The man she loved was both her protector and her greatest enemy. Yet, in Klaus's eyes, she saw real pain, real love. Klaus dropped to his knees in front of her. "I never meant for this to happen. I've done terrible things, but you've changed me." Torn between his hunger for power and his newfound love for Elena, Klaus couldn't go through with the sacrifice. He had become vulnerable, something he hadn't been in over 1,000 years. In that moment, love won over the darkness inside him. But their story was far from over. Elena had learned the truth, but she also knew love wasn't enough to fix the broken parts of Klaus. The question remained: could they survive the dangers that came next, or was their love doomed from the start?
If you like this video, subscribe our channel.